Good evening. I'm glad you made it to my humble abode on such short notice for this smaller presentation. Now that you are here, I can show you content that I have discovered on the internet that shook me and made me tremble in fear and dread. The posts are contained on a site that is so obscure that I doubt you've ever heard of it. Its name alone trembles me in fear. It's because it's hard to decipher, but I'll try. The site's name is, let me see. Keep going. There, stop! Reddit. Yes, Reddit, specifically a subreddit by the name of r/2sentence horror. It is a place for the darkest of minds to create masterpieces that are limited to 2 sentences that tear at the seams of sanity and our souls. There are some good attempts to write horror, then there's the other type. Dark tales that goes beyond the spectral plane of scare that I had to make this video. Please mentally prepare yourself for your own sake. I wouldn't blame you for turning off this video and trashing anything near the device you watched this on. Without further ado, let's unbox these horrors, starting with this one. After leaving my 14-hour shift, I get a text from my landlord. Your rent will increase 5% this month in order to adjust for inflation. I glance at my younger sister, wondering if there's any other way to keep a roof over our heads. Wow, someone called Cold Steel the Hedgehog. I haven't heard something with this amount of edge in about 5 minutes on this subreddit. Under the new financial laws, you and your family are sentenced to a lifetime of hard labor for the failure to repay your debts. If you're lucky, your great-great-great-great-grandchildren will work enough lifetimes to clear the debt they will inherit from you, excluding compound interest and penalties. The subtle themes of rent really shiver my spine. I bet they would dig the Saints Row reboot.
Were you gonna make rent? We'll make rent. We just gotta be a little more creative.
Too scary. Deep down, he was an evil man. But being a captivating speaker and a master with connecting with others, he was able to amass quite a following. Captivating. I wonder what he could be talking about. Most likely a floating orange orb that makes people panic out of fear. God help me, these are getting too terrifying for me. But I know we can't turn back. We must go on to the next chapter. You see, a lot of these modern day Stephen Kings know how to do religious subtlety right. Let's peek at a few I've collected to show you how it's done. Finally, we found a way to directly communicate with God. Excitement soon turned into dread as the first message we received from him was help. How can a God be all-powerful yet need help? Checkmate, Christ chuds. With desperation and confusion, I asked, if I followed the Bible perfectly, why am I being sent to hell? What the hell is a Bible? God responded. Get this man some Reddit gold. He cleverly debunked stupid religious texts by using the not tired trope of people who follow the Bible bad. Very scary that an all-knowing God of this land who created everything and overlooks humanity doesn't know the most popular book ever produced. Despite the endless torture, hell really isn't so bad. Every time they let us see the shifting, endless mass of ever-singing, ever-smiling things, I'm reminded that damnation beats the alternative. Ah yes, hell is exactly like my wholesome, safe, edgy cartoons, full of dance parties and positive degeneracy. Unlike the scary pearly white gates and OMG, heckin' scary, biblically accurate angels. We are looking at some of the most euphoric, darkest writers of all time, not befit of a phony god's blessing, but someone enlightened by their intelligence gained from updoots. But some of you curious magic skeletons packed with meat view this as a little too surface level. So let's keep diving into some stories that have yet to gain the ghoulish audience they deserve. Let's find the most obscure writers of our time by casting a dark spell called Sorting by Newest Post. I was playing Mario on my Nintendo. Then, the mushroom appeared. What's even scarier that he's a fan of the bullshit lost levels. That mushroom will be the plague that unleashes game overs across the world. Time to eat, Grandma, I yelled upstairs. No, please, Grandma yelled back. Grandma fell asleep for the last time in the hospital bed. Something else woke up. What was it? Grandma 2.0. I told my girlfriend pretty directly not to interrupt my meditation, even for food and water. But her slitting my brother's throat made me starve. This is so good, I can imagine DD Mega Doo-Doo in the bookstore right now. I'm so excited for this trip to the Coca-Cola factory, I said. Meanwhile, my mom at home drops a letter for me reading positive, allergic to Coca-Cola, to the floor in horror. You get what you deserve for liking Coca-Cola over the superior option, Pepsi. Let me snag one real quickly. Wait, this tastes weird. Oh my god, this isn't Pepsi. This is Sam's Cola! I scream. And then must have grabbed that poison mushroom from earlier. I went to the store late one night. It was the dead body store. I crawled up in a ball of flesh. When I accidentally, instead of clicking shutdown, I clicked update and restart. Speaking of balls, I love petting my cat, I said to myself as I turned on the lights. Turns out, my cat was sitting at the other side of the room. I was petting the hairy ball sack of the killer clown that wants to kill me! Please, God, let this torture end. Why did no one tell me that ball sacks can get leg-like cramps? Okay, stop. We're cutting the horror act. Why are people focusing on sacks so much? This isn't scary. Is there any other type of story, for God's sake? I love petting my killer clown's ball sack, I said to myself as I turned on the lights. Turns out my killer clown was on the other side of the room, and I was petting my cat. Okay, this one is pretty funny though. Before I wrap up this spooky video, what do I think about this subreddit? It's a mixed bag, so it's automatically the best subreddit I've covered. You can find scary stories here sometimes, but most fall flat and are over-explained, more unintentionally comical than scary, preachy or pretentious, some created on a whim, which is pretty daring to go out of your comfort zone in my opinion, simple stories created by children, or stories that are intentionally bad and make you laugh. In my opinion, the reason the top scary posts are not scary to me and others is that it's the same edginess level on all of them. When someone attempts to write something more grounded and horrifying with a little bit of humor, the mods don't appreciate it. It has gone to a point where there are parodies of this subreddit that point out very common tropes and just laugh at the absurdity that is r/2 sentence horror. Until next time, this is Wubba Bubba, signing off again.